All right. Saturday, early Saturday morning. Today's day 301 of going live. Let's look at this sub 2 deal. This is 37332 State Road 54 and then Zephyrhills 33542. Purchase price $262,000. Let's start writing in these numbers at 262. Let's be efficient with our time. $262,000. Balance close is 21,000, so that probably means a entry fee. And just remember, right? A subject to deal means that you're buying the property subject to the existing financing. So in this scenario, you're taking over the payments on the property while you're taking over ownership. Okay, so you're not taking out a new loan. Sometimes the advantage on this property is that you can sell it for a slightly higher price because of a slightly lower interest rate, even though I can argue that 6% interest rate might not be the most advantageous interest rate, but still, it's a sub 2 loan. Okay, so it's a 3 bed, 3 bath. Let's look at the condition home. Looks decent. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. So, okay, the condition looks to the home looks decent. So I'm assuming it's pretty turnkey for the most part. This is a 3 bed, 3 bath. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up the county. So I'm gonna look up the property. Let's see what county is in. Zillow. So what county this is in? Do a control find on county. This is in Pasco County. So now I'm going to look for my rents, my fair market rents. So if you Google the word HUD FMR, FMR stands for fair market rents, and you click on the first link right here. Then you can wait for it to load, and afterwards you can scroll down, click on access to small area FMRs. When you click on that, click on look up FY 2024 FMRs, go to the state, and then the county, this is Pasco County. And now you're going to get by bedroom count, by zip code, what your maximum rent is. And in this scenario, the zip code is 37332. Wait, what? Oh, wait, that's sorry. 33542. I was looking, this is the address 33542. 33542. And you can see that the rent ceiling for a 3 bedroom is 1800, 1800. 1800. I'm also going to write down the rents for a 4 bedroom just in case there's an opportunity to convert the bedroom into an additional bedroom. So 2200. All right, so now I'm going to be in 33542. 33542. I'm just writing down these numbers because my partners already know how I analyze deals. So this is why I'm writing it down. Okay. 33542. Okay, so now after I get my rent ceilings, I need to go get my market rent to compare it to. Okay. Now, to get my market rents, I'm gonna go to affordhousing.com. I'm gonna go to the owner section, go to the market rent estimator, plug in the address, plug in a bedroom count, and now you're gonna see that your maximum rent is gonna be 1.03 mile radius, 24/20 units. Your market rent is 1953. So because the number is actually higher than your ceiling, if if you wanted to rent a Section 8, you probably have to use lower than 1800, right? Because in general, if you don't provide utilities, you had to deduct the utility allowance from the 1800 number. Now, since that's very disadvantageous, you might just think, okay, let me just go underwrite market rent. So let me assume that I'm going to underwrite this deal at market rent because that's probably your better case scenario, right? So you're not losing out on any money, quote unquote. Okay, 2143, 2012, 1830. If you were use Section 8, I'd probably use the lower of the two for 1800. So let's see if it even cash flows at 1953, which would seem like the better case scenario in this scenario. Okay. All right. So let's get the rest of our numbers in here. Let's look at the deal details here. The property in creative finance, 6% interest rate, 262,000 is the purchase price, 21,000 balance at close, monthly holding cost is 2468. So here's your mortgage balance is 241, 296. This owner, the seller, still owes 241,296.71. We're going to add in the 6% interest rate. And then afterwards, we're going to put in, guess we don't care about the date, but what I want to call your attention to is this number where it says that the total payment is 2468.26. So even though it discloses what your principal and interest portion of the payments are right now, it doesn't mean that it doesn't change every single month. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what our calculator is calculating right now because each month might be different. The whole point of this exercise right now is for you to get clarity on whether or not this property is worth your time to investigate further. And for me, that criteria is whether or not the deal cash flows. So if I go the total payment amount number 2468.26, right? Minus the principal portion of the subto loan, minus the interest portion of the subto loan, that's going to give me a total property tax number of 1,021. That's the remaining number for property taxes and insurance, which is just a little bit higher than this one, but that's because the principal interest portion are different. But it doesn't matter in this scenario because all I'm trying to figure out right now is whether or not the deal cash flows. So you taking that approach, what we're going to have to do is now that I got my total tax number, I'm also going to add an additional insurance number in here because I'm assuming someone's living here as a prime residence. So if I turn it into an investment property, typically then insurance premium for a rental property is considered more risky. So they're going to increase the monthly insurance bill, most likely. So that's why I'm adding extra $50 in B29. I got 10% of the rent set aside every single month for maintenance because the roof is going to get replaced, the HVAC is going to get replaced, the water heater is going to get replaced eventually. So this is going to be very, very important for you to put that in place. Okay. All right. Now I got my property management for 195.30. And then I got my vacancy for 97.65. Okay. All right. Now that I got this in place, here's what we're going to do. Now you got all these expenses. We have our entry fee in here for $21,000 in total. Got 2.5% for closing costs. Already got all my details in from the loan that was on this page right here on the right into the details there. So everything's already in, right? Got my asking price. And then for my renovation, I'm going to keep it at $4,000. I'm not even going to go into the details today because right now, from what I see, this deal is going to lose you. Assuming you rent us a 3-bedroom for $1,953, you're going to be losing negative $1,054 a month. And that's a negative 39.5% return, assuming you bought this property for $262,000 with a $45 rehab. Now, because it's such a negative cash flow deal at 1953, it's always going to be a negative cash flow deal, even if you rent it out for 1800, because 1800 is lower than 1950, right? Duh. So that's how we analyze a creative finance deal. We got the deal details right here, right? You guys have access to this deal. I took the terms right here that were emailed and disclosed, and I got to see a little bit more about the property. But at the end of the day, if I really wanted to look at it, had I seen that the total holding cost was $24.68 a month, and I saw that the HUD FMR was 1,800 for a 3-bedroom in this area, and I saw that the market rent was 1953, I could have probably stopped analyzing the deal at that point. I probably could have said, hey, this deal is not going to cash flow. Let me not waste my time. Because the last thing I want to do is burn out from analyzing deals over and over that I know don't work. And once I did that, I quickly learned how to rule out deals. So my goal here today is for you to, one, analyze the same deal I analyzed today, the same details, right? And then copy my homework. My goal is for you to look at the same thing I did using the same spreadsheet, and you can get the spreadsheet from my website, affordablehousing.io, not .com, affordablehousing.io. Go to the Get Deal Analysis tool, put in your name, your email, your phone number. Promise I won't spam you, but this is the fastest way for you to get a copy of the spreadsheet. Now, I didn't make the spreadsheet from scratch, right? This spreadsheet I got from a few other folks, multiple versions, and I combined it and I tweaked it so that I can analyze deals in a speed and a process in a manner that I enjoy, right? Because it's my way and it's my exit strategy using affordable housing because that's my passion, right? You might do something different for whatever strategy you use, but my goal is for you to copy my homework Put it on your own YouTube channel. And please stay consistent. Because if a deal ever comes across your table and slaps you across the face, how are you gonna know it's deal? Your partners ask you how you know it's deal. Well, you can say, hey, you can look back at my YouTube channel and I've been looking at deals for the past 301 days and they were all not deals. Might you feel a little bit more confident that you know what you're doing? I hope so. I certainly hope so. Might you feel a little bit more confident? I certainly hope so. So stay consistent. Have a happy Saturday, everybody. It's late at night right now. I'm still going live, I know, but I want to stay consistent because I have a long day of travel. But no excuses, right? We're going to stay consistent. Let's stay consistent together. Let's keep doing this. Have an amazing Saturday, everybody. I'll talk to you again tomorrow for day 302. Have a good one, everybody.